And hello to all my Sagittarius friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for April 2022. Now today they've dialed up for you a Celtic Cross spread. It's a good spread for general readings because it looks a little bit in the past, a little bit in the future, but mostly centers on what's going on right now. In this case, it is called April. And they've asked that we conclude your reading with no extra at the end. So when that happens, they want us to focus on the main meat and potatoes of your reading, which in this case is the Celtic Cross. It is a big spread, and it also devotes an entire card to the environment. So it's always a very interesting spread to check out. We're going to do that right now. We'll waste no more time. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. I'm going to bring you in right now so you can watch. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're ready to have a great April. And we are on. What I'm doing now are my ritual cuts. Cuts both decks into 3 different pieces, and then we put them back together in a separate order. And that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot, and then the cards are ready to go. There we go. Do that with both of those guys there. Same procedure for personal private readings also. So here is your Celtic Cross. The spread is going to get a little tall and move off camera. I'll adjust the camera so you guys can see. This is you and all that you are. This is what crosses you. This is what's behind you, the recent past. This is what's in front of you, the near future. This is what's above you, something you're aware of. This is what's below you, something that you're not. Let's see how we did there. Okay. And then we got running up the sides with 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll bend in just so you can kind of see it. And let's check the inverts first. We do have some blockages. I'm not sure if it's enough to matter, though. No, it's not. We got a pretty good distribution, so that's going to stay the way it is. Just some angel cards coming out. One's going here. Gonna do one here. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Okay, the rest of the way we are all set. Let me just get this all in view for you here. So your main cross is right here. I can't see where that is. The holder kind of blocks where I can see it. I think that... Okay, you should be able to see the bottom. It's 5 of Wands. Then this is your main cross right here. Can you see the top? There's your top. Then over here we got 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is your final outcome for the month. Let's get to work, Sagittarius. Okay. All right, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Sagittarius, we start the month with action, action, action. Ready, set, go. A lot of moving stuff. Things are moving all over the place. This is they're calling for action here. I think a lot of you truthfully are already doing this. A lot of action in regards to either financial or your health corner. The Pentacles is an actual coin, so it is often financial, but this feels very health related to me. So it can definitely be both. It's depending on the partition of the audience, kind of what frequency in the Sagittarius realm you are here, but they're showing action here. So if there's anything that you've been waiting on, let's say financially, to pull the trigger on, April is a good time to do it. Same thing with health. If you've just been waiting for a certain time to start a new diet, for example, or start a new exercise program, whatever you're trying to do for your health, maybe start yoga, whatever it is for you, the month of April is a really good time to take action. That's where we start. That's you. You with the action. And if you've already done that, then very good. Not much else for me to tell you. We do have the Sun card, the greatest card in the deck right behind it. This is what crosses you. The problem is it's coming in blocked. So it's saying that the Sun, this wonderful golden energy, is trying to get through, and it's just something is in its way. It's not coming through. It's not shining bright and golden yet. This could be a delay, that it's on a delay, or something has to happen first. It's really hard to say in a general reading because it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. They do give me a little clue here with chakra clearing. That's Archangel Metatron coming in and saying, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. I don't really focus much on the shapes part of that description, but definitely the chakra clearing I do. They did not ask for a chakra scrub at the end of this, so they don't want me to go overboard with that with you. They almost kind of want you to explore that one on your own. But chakras are a big deal. That's kind of like your spiritual health and your connection to all things between spirit world and Earth realm world. Let's go to the past position here. This is recent past, so they're making note and kind of applauding you here that you guys have taken great strides here recently, about really taking charge of certain areas of your life. So really, really good job, Sagittarius. Really good round of applause there. They're saying be gentle with yourself at this time, and that's the past. So hopefully, that's already occurred. Probably a lot of healing going on there for different, variety of people here. Setting yourself up for success, putting yourself around good people, that has all been a big deal for you. Please continue that. When that comes up, it's still eking into your April, even though this is something that you've probably conquered and done very, very well with. Whatever it is that you've taken charge of that needed that energy, it's still coming into April, so you're still going to need to continue to go that route and to put energy into those things. And when we have the gentleness card come up here with my angel oracle, it's just reminding you to be kind to yourself. Don't expect too much. Don't set your expectations too high. Don't be disappointed if goals don't get met right away. Even smaller term stuff is much better than longer term stuff, just so you can get to it and accomplish it and then feel good about it and use that momentum to move to the next thing. As we move into your future position here, we do have injury prone coming up. So this is coming up as a warning type thing. Let you know that there's a lot of Sagittarius that have just some injury prone stuff. It can be a variety of different things in a general reading. This can go from very, very minor. An example of that would be like, bumping into something, maybe bumping your head on a wall, on a light fixture, who knows what, or tripping over your own feet, whatever it is, very small, stubbing your toe, getting a crink in your neck from sleeping funny, something like that. That's the minor version of this card, and then the extreme version of this card is like, if you trip and then you actually sprain something, or you break a leg, or a much more significant injury here. So that is coming up for the future. I don't really think that's too much in April. It could be the later part of April, but this is kind of more future position. So this is kind of April going into May. We'll check that out more when we do your May reading, but just be advised that it's a good time, especially second half of the month, to be playing it a little bit safe. Try to be proactive about this kind of stuff. If you're doing any kind of physical activity, you might want to stretch a lot first, and just kind of be on the lookout for that, because there's injury prone stuff that can come up here. And when that happens, like I told you, at least the way I see it is I end up doing a lot of dumb things. I'm very clumsy out of the blue, because I'm not a clumsy person, but for whatever reason, when that comes up for me, at that time I am a little bit. So a little sloppy. So just try to watch that for yourself. Moving into the above position for Sagittarius, this is telling you something that you're already aware of, and that is, in this case, this is the Six of Pentacles inverted. This basically means bad credit. So this could be the literal definition of it. Some of you are experiencing some financial difficulties with maybe taking out bad loans or moving money into a place that you're not going to get the return on it back, or bad investments. All that kind of stuff can come up here. It can also be the energetic definition of this card, which is putting energy into people in places and things that you're not going to get it back for. Usually it's people, basically like investing in people that just don't invest in you, and that's the above position. There's not a lot I can do with it. Truthfully, it's usually like, what I'm talking about here, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. It's just not the message for you in a general reading. But, what can you do about this is you can recognize it. If person A is just not really being a good friend, you can detach. You can find new friends. You can find somebody who is going to put in the same, not only just friends, but even like, say, dating, or say people that you're very close with, family members, other friends that are maybe not being good friends. All that kind of stuff comes up, and you're aware of this. Most of you, at least most of my Sagittarius, is what they're showing this in the above position. So I'm not telling you anything new, but what I am telling you is that you can do something about this and stop putting energy into energy vampires. That's a big theme there. Bottom position. This is something you're not aware of. That is that there is going to be some riff in the month of April. Spirit presents this as little stick fights. I call this kind of like my kid energy, like literally stick fights is what they show in this deck too. It's not kids doing it, but it's very just like excuse me, fighting with rods, or just Spirit looks at this as little stupid human drama crap, and it's just not worth your energy. It's letting you know that this is coming in the month of April for you. So when it hits, don't let it suck you into it. Don't get stuck into the illusion. Be the better person. Take the higher road. Don't fall into this trap. basically what it is. So they're looking ahead, they're seeing this, and also don't ruin a good thing over it. If this is in your relationship that comes up, for example, or a friendship, it's not worth it there, as long as it's not the one we talked about before. Before I get into running up your sides, I do want to tell you guys about the moon cycles. Very important. We have a bunch of new moon energy in the month of April. We have a new moon on the 1st and the 30th. That's right, there are 2 new moons in April. So it's a good time to bring anything new into your life. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's new money, you're trying to do something new with work, you're trying to attract a new love, or even just do something new in your health corner. All these things exist very, very well beginning of the month or the end of the month. It doesn't have to be on those dates either, just any time around there is really key. And adversely, we have the full moon energy on April 16th. That's the garbage truck of the universe. That's when you want to get something out of your life that just doesn't fit anymore, something that's got to go. This could be wrapping up projects. This could be actually quitting a habit. This could be emotional baggage. This could be getting rid of actual physical things, or maybe selling something, finishing projects. I think I said that twice, but that big deal there. So full moon energy, anywhere around the middle of the month, take advantage of it. That's what it's there for. If any of this stuff confuses you, or you would like a visual representation of it, I've put together a moon cycle cheat sheet for you guys. It's on the website, scottsagent.com. I put it on my videos page, little videos tab there, and it's at the bottom of all that. So I plan on leaving it there. It's going to be there for you to go back to reference, or you can just save it onto your phone or your device, your computer, or whatever, and you'll have it. And it's not just good for now in April. It goes through May and June also. So take advantage of that. While you're at the website, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. I have a big giveaway coming in May next month for my newsletter people only. So make sure you're signed up for that. That's at the very bottom of my homepage. When you open up scottsagent.com, that's the first thing that comes up. Just go to the bottom of it, newsletter, sign up, just a couple little details there, send that off. I send one newsletter email per month. That's it. It's just for promo codes, little updates. Very, very simple, no-brainer. Take advantage of that. You're going to get something really great in May. Okay, so also the Facebook page. Doing giveaways on Facebook page. We do all kinds of fun stuff here. So make sure you follow the Facebook page as well. Moving up to number 7 here. This is your advice section. The advice is to work hard. There is working hard and also learning new things here for Sagittarius coming up in the month of April very strongly. This is like apprenticeship. This can be like learning from somebody else that knows more about whatever you're trying to do than you do. And for a lot of you, this feels more financial than it does work. This can be work related because, of course, that is how a lot of people make their money, is through work. But this almost feels like learning how to budget, or learning how to manage money, learning what accounts you should start, what accounts you should avoid, all that kind of stuff. That's really what it feels for the advice column there. Moving up from there, we have the environment card. They're saying inaction in regards to love comes up in the environment. So there may be a lack of action, quote unquote, in your love corner right now. Perhaps this is family and friends, because your love corner is big. It's not just your relationship that you're in, so it could have absolutely nothing to do with that. It could also be the other way around and have everything to do about that. But since your love corner is so big, it's pretty much anybody that's close to your heart can come up here. And they're talking about the love corner plus the environment. So this feels more like family to me, depending on what part of that they mean. But they're telling you in action here. So they're doing one of two things. They're either describing the fact that there's just not a lot going on right now in this love corner of yours, or they're saying that that is the advice. So if there is a big decision that the family is contemplating making in the month of April, here they're saying in action, like don't do it. At least don't do it now. Maybe it would be better placed in May. Maybe there's not enough information yet. Maybe just this would be better placed later. That's the environment there. As we move up to hopes and fears, this is obviously a fear that the house is gonna, something's gonna happen to the house. There's a fear of the home involved here. Obviously, this is not a hope because it's kind of a more negative energy. So, I don't even really know what to do with it, but it's letting you know that, first of all, fears are a lot of times illusionary. We worry about a lot of things unnecessarily that we don't have to be worried about. So identify, first of all, if this is even like where first of all, the context. What does this mean for you? What are they trying to tell you here by saying that that there's a fear about something within the home? Let's say it's something that you need to get done. Let's say you need to get a new air conditioner unit, and that's been a fear of yours. That would apply to this card, just like an example of if you were afraid that the housing market was going to go down and you weren't going to be able to sell your house for more. So this is all kind of the same. I'm just giving you some examples of things that would hold true to this card. So figure out the context of what they're trying to tell you about the home first. If you can identify that, then you can kind of go at what you need to do to fix it. And so you don't have to worry about this kind of stuff, because they want you to, they're not coming out and saying that the house needs to be fixed. They're not doing that. But they're saying that they want you to pay attention to whatever this fear of yours is within the home, because it's probably valid. You're probably worried about something for a purpose, and the reason that you're worried about it is probably echoed by spirit in your dreams and in your head and so forth in your life, your guardian angels and spirit guides, all that stuff. And the reason that you feel anxiety about it, getting that air conditioning, for example, done, is because it's on its way out. It's due. It's gonna happen, and it's better to get ahead of it than to be behind it. So that is very much the key trigger there. Now, as far as ending your month, we end with a brand new chapter of your life that is not here yet. It has a couple different definitions. I'm going to run you through them all, but the main one is that the Three of Wands, it's one of my favorite cards to read, because I look at this like a chapter in your life. They're saying that Sagittarius are approaching a new chapter in theirs, but this one is not ready to come in yet. It's on a little bit of a delay. It's not quite here now. Maybe something has to happen first before it gets here. I'm not exactly sure, but this is something to work towards. This is a goal, and this is not just another chapter. This is a chapter that you get to write. So what is this next chapter in your life going to be about? Well, let's get you there so you can write it. That's really what that is about. The other definition of the card, I just have to give it to you. It's a little less common, but this can also be blocked, kind of like long distance travel. This can be a way of them saying, like, don't make long distance trips in the month of April, again, because it's coming in blocked. So this may be just better placed later time, or maybe the deal would be better, airline travel would be cheaper a different time, or maybe just whatever it is that they're looking ahead and seeing here is raising a red flag, and they're just trying to get you to avoid that. But like I said, I mostly stick with the chapter's definition of that, but I like to give everything to you because I try to be thorough for you guys. So that is going to be the entire spread here. I do want to tell you guys about the quadrants video. I do a quadrant video at the very beginning of the year. It forecasts the entire year for Sagittarius, and we just finished with quadrant 1. So it's actually a good time to revisit that video and look at what was accurate about quadrant 1. At the same time, look ahead to quadrant 2 for the spring. Starts in April right now. April, May, and June is what's forecast in quadrant 2. Take a look at that, what we have for Sagittarius there. You can also take a peek further in the year. Quadrant 3 and 4, it's all in that video. That video will autoplay at the end of this video for you. It's also linked in the description if that's more convenient for you. So that's going to be the entire thing, guys. Thank you so much. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. I will see you soon. Have a great April.